What up, shit? Timmers here. Now, here's my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films that are coming out this week, whether it be theaters, streaming, etc. Alright, here's what's coming out. Alright, now, of course, we got two major wide release films, one of which is the new Billy Eichner film, Bros, which, is, of course, the first ever gay rom com from a major studio, which I know there are lots of it is such understand that there are also lots of cousin humping homophobes that are pretty much review bombing it, which people are protect nowadays. But I'm, I'm still interested in it. I like Billy Eichner. You got Judd Apatow producing, who I love. Judd Apatow. I like the director of Neighbors, Nicholas Stowe. I quite like him. So I'm still interested in this. It looks funny, looks entertaining. I do love a good rom com. So hopefully this movie will be decent because I've been hearing some great stuff about it so far. So hopefully I'll end up enjoying it. All right. Also out, we got the new horror film Smile, which stars Sophie Bacon, who is of course the daughter of Kevin Bacon. And here's what it's about. After witnessing a bizarre and traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain as an overwhelming terror begins taking over her life. Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her horrifying new reality. And this actually looks really creepy. I mean, the trailer for this thing has looked interesting. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to checking one out. Been hearing some positive buzz about, it, so hopefully I'll end up enjoying. All right, now also out this week we got the new film called The Good House, which stars Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline, so pretty much a Dave reunion, so that's really cool there. Now this film is about New England realtor ignites long buried emotions and family secrets when she rekindles a romance with her old high school flame. And the trailer for this thing looks really interesting. It looks cute, charming. Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline back together since Dave. That definitely piques my interest there too. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out when it premieres. And top it off, you also got Beverly D'Angelo in this, so one more QX for there. All right, now coming to their limited release this week is the new Mila Kunis film, Luckiest Girl Alive. This is actually premiering mostly in limited release this week, and limited theatrical release this week, but it'll premiere on Netflix next week. So if you guys want to see it, it's coming out this week. But if you want to wait for Netflix, it's next week. So I'll probably talk about more about it sometime when I do see it. All right, we also got the Marilyn Monroe film Blind, which stars Ana de Armas, and I thought this was really intriguing. I mean, very intense. Not maybe I can really watch over again, but I thought it was really excellent. Ana de Armas really gave a terrific performance here as Marilyn. So, really good film. Just gonna be hard to watch, and yeah, I mean, Andrew Dominic did a really good job with this too. So, if you guys haven't seen Blonde, it is on Netflix. Give it a go. You might enjoy it, or you might not enjoy it. But like I said, it is a bit of a hard film to watch. All right, now another film that's probably hard to watch because I ain't watched this thing again. We got Rob Zombie's Netflix film, The Munsters, and I'm just gonna say this. I've already said this in my review, but I'm saying it again. This movie sucked. It was horrible. Maybe Rob Zombie's worst movie, in my opinion. I mean, I actually do appreciate Rob Zombie films. I like his Halloween films. I like his Firefly trilogy films. But this movie just did not sit right. It was so horrible. It was not all that funny. It's just plain bad. Like definitely one of the worst films I saw this year. So yeah. All right, on Netflix we also got this French film called Rainbow, which is a modern tale of a teenager's coming of age journey inspired by the Wizard of Oz. Interesting right there. I don't really know too much about, but could be interesting to check out. All right, now coming to streaming this week, we got Hocus Pocus 2 coming to Disney Plus, where three young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters back to modern day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. Now, this does star the likes of Bette Miller, Sarah Jessica Parker, Captain Najimy. Got some new additions in this. I really quite like the first Hocus Pocus, so I'm looking forward to see where they're gonna take the new one to. It looks entertaining. Seeing the three original actresses back together once again could be interesting to see. So hope and early reviews, by the way, has been pretty good with us. So hopefully it'll be decent. All right. Now on Prime Video, we got My Best Friend's Exorcism, which takes place in 1988, where best friends Abby and Gretchen navigate boys, pop culture, and paranormal force clinging to Gretchen. With the help of a more exorcist, Abby is determined to combo the demon back to the pits of hell, if it doesn't kill Gretchen first. So this is pretty much being compared to like Mean Girls meets The Exorcist. That's what's kind of being compared to. And I gotta say, this thing looks really fun. You know, you got Elsie Fisher, who I've been a fan of ever since she did that movie, eighth grade, a couple years back. You know, she was in the recent Texas Chainsaw film. Glad, like, she's becoming a new scream queen now, so that's really cool. This does look really interesting. Check out, so I'm definitely down to watch this. And who doesn't love a good exorcism comedy? So hopefully it'll be decent. All right, on Apple TV Plus, we got The Greatest Beer Run Ever, which stars Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, and I of course saw this past week, which I did my review for. You can find it on my page. But this is of course about John Chucky Donahue, who leaves New York to track down his army buddies in Vietnam and to bring them a couple of beers along the way. This is a really fun film. I mean, it's really very intense at times. Really shows the intense of war. But man, Zach Efron was so great in this. Russell Crowe was really good. The reviews for this has not been so kind, but it's much better than what Crazy Make Out should be. So if you guys haven't seen it, give it a go. Not a bad film. All right, now other films out this week, we got a movie called God's Creature, which is from A24. Which hey, A24, I'll just watch anything that they do. Where like it stars Emily Watson, who plays a mother who tells a lie for her beloved son that rips apart their family and close knit Irish town, openly testing their own sense of right and wrong. Now, this also stars Paul Mescal, who's also in that other A24 movie called After Sun, which comes out next month too. You know, he was in Normal People on that, as well as that Netflix film, The Lost Star. So he is a really cool he's a really cool actor in his own right, and this looks really interesting. Check it out. So hopefully it'll be decent because the trailer does look really interesting. Very depressing probably, but hey, it's A24, so I'll give them benefit though. All right, now some other stuff we got this week. We got a movie called Vesper, which is like a sci-fi horror film where like struggling to survive with her father after the collapse of Earth's ecosystem. 13-year-old Vesper must use her wits, strength, and biohacking abilities to fight for the future. This does look really intriguing. I mean, I've been hearing some cool stuff about this, so hopefully it'll be decent. All right. We also got a horror film called Among the Living, where like stranded in the countryside in the aftermath of a deadly outbreak, older brother Harry fights to protect his younger sister Lily, while he desperately searches to find refuge with the father. And this looks like we really this actually does look and sound very interesting, sound really creepy. So we'll probably check this one out. Got another possession based movie called The Devil's Workshop, where a struggling actor spends a weekend with a female demonologist to prepare for an audition. Now, this does star Rodden Mitchell, who Rodden Mitchell in A is always given, and Emil Hirsch, who does stuff here and there once in a while. And this, to be honest, doesn't look all that great. I mean, looks pretty much like a generic, possession film. Looks, straight up horrible. So, yeah, not all that interested in that one. Got a film called Dead, a Western film called Dead for a Dollar. Now, this is directed by Walter Hill, who's best known for directing classic movies like 48 Hours and The Warriors. And this also stars Willem Dafoe, Christoph Waltz. Here's what this is about. Bounty hunter Max Borland is on a mission to find Rachel Kidd, the wife of a rich businessman who has been abducted by Buffalo Soldier Elijah Jones. Now, Walter Hill hasn't really done anything too great in the past number of years, but hey, he gave us some really cool classics like The Warriors. So just I'll probably give this one a go because Walter Hill has done some really cool stuff in the past, so it could be interesting. All right, we also got a movie called Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon. which is from the same director of A Girl Walks Home at Night and The Bad Batch. No, not to be confused with the Star Wars one, but a cannibal film called The Bad Batch. Just wrap your head around that one. But anyway, now here's what this film is about. When a struggling single mother befriends a mysterious woman who has supernatural powers, she sees a lucrative opportunity to make some fast cash. However, their crime spree soon draws unwanted attention as the cops starts to close in. Now, this does start the likes of Kate Hudson, Craig Robinson. I mean, the director, is really interesting. So she has made some really weird films in the past years, and this looks really odd too, but looks really interesting though. So I'll probably get this one to go. All right. We also got some other films like Wolfpack, which is like this the Chinese film where like during one of the missions of the Wolfpack squad led by Lio Dia, who are engaged in overseas security work for a long time, discovers that foreign terrorist forces have extended their reach into China's energy lifeline. I mean, I have seen some really cool Chinese films, and this looks really interesting to check out. So I'll probably give this one go sometime. But then some other stuff like making treasure toast, which I never heard of. Never Forgotten, which could be interesting. But as for the TV side, we got Nick Crow, a Little Big Boy, which is a stand-up comedy starring Nick Crow, who is always really funny. He was actually one of the redeeming qualities of Don't Worry, Darling. By the way, I mean Nick Crow's just a given in just anything. All right, we also got on Hulu we got this legal show called Reasonable Doubt, which is produced by Kerry Washington. I have not really seen it. The trailer just didn't really do much for me, so just feels like a little bit like a Scandal ripoff or like a Shonda Rhimes type show. So yeah, I'm not really all that interested. On Hulu, we got the Demila Show season 2, which who cares? I'm not really into reality TV like that. Got the My Ducks Game Changers season 2 coming to Disney Plus, which I know this is getting a lot of controversy because almost not Emil Hirsch, Emil Ezra is no longer back for us. But I gotta say, I saw the first episode of season 2. Not a bad pilot so far. I mean, Josh Mills pretty cool. At least he got Lauren Graham in this. I mean, hopefully we'll probably get some original Mighty Ducks cast members back. But hey, it's a shame that we don't got Mel Esvis anymore. But hey, got some other cool cast members to back up on here. So hopefully season 2 will be as good. And last but not least, on Netflix, we got Intergalactic, which is a new animated series on Netflix, which features the voice talents of Kid Cudi, Ty Dolla Sign, Jessica Williams, Macaulay Culkin, Vanessa Hudgens, Jada Smith, and Timothy Chalamet. And the animation for this thing looks really trained. I mean, the animation definitely feels like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse in a way, or maybe like those Roderick, Roderick, those those Richard Linklater anime films like Waking Life or most recent Apollo 10.5 definitely has a bit of those feel to it. Now, if you guys don't know much about the story here, it's where after a chance run in with his cool new photographer neighbor, Meadow, Jabari, voiced by Kid Cudi, has to figure out whether he can make space for love in his life. Kid Cudi was great in X, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. But anyway, this stuff was really intriguing. I mean, I was gonna go to like a premiere for it yesterday, but to be honest, I didn't really feel like going anywhere last night, so I missed out on that. But I'm definitely interested to check this one out when this premiere. It looks really intriguing. The animation looks cool, so hopefully this series will be decent. And the music, it does have some cool music in it too, so hopefully it'll be cool. Sorry for that. Let me list you guys. Which of these shows or movies are you interested in? Are you interested in Bros, Smile, or are you even interested in the Mill Show season 2? I mean, there are probably some fans of that. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Simu signing out.